a mess. All right, let's get organized. Oops. Stuff's rolling off. What is that? Oh. Hey, puppies. Hey, puppies. Far too many colors. Well, y'all probably don't want to be hanging on the live stream all night. I just thought I'd do a little quick live stream just to say hi. And I like live streams. I feel like I'm connected to other people that way, so I really like it. Gosh. Somebody's here. Why am I getting this horrible glare? I don't know. I suppose I could have brought something else in here to do. Hey, Renee. Thanks for coming. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. I like having the live stream, and I didn't want it to end or something, so I thought I'd come over here and just color a little while, not 2 hours or anything. This picture, can you hear me popping my knuckles? Hey, Jennifer. So I'm working out of this book about mythographic animals. I'm actually working in the Wanderlust book in my craft room. This is the front room where my computer is, so we set up in here. And I'm using an oil-based pencil in there, and here I'm using Prismas. And I've just kind of been working at this picture a little bit every day. And I thought I had my white pen in here. Can't seem to find it. It's a gel pen, and what I've done is I used it to cover over some of the hidden pictures that I couldn't make into something else, or I didn't like altogether. I had it earlier today when I was live streaming. I still can't find it. Well, I can at least show you the gold version. So it's a Uniball Signo. I had bought these being 3. There was a white, a gold, and a silver. I bought these last year for something else. I wasn't even coloring at that time. And then I remembered I had it, and that it might work on covering up different things. And it kind of does. Would be interesting to try the silver or the gold in there. Silver might actually work pretty well for some of it, because it depends on if I'm going to turn it into something else. But yeah, I don't know. I may just wait until I find it. It was in here earlier. Anyhow, I'm just kind of working on. Okay, thanks. Just working on this a little bit every day. and working at these flowers. I tried to do, can y'all see that well enough? I mean, I've got all kinds of light shining on that paper. Maybe it's just my computer screen isn't very dark, isn't very light. I tried to combine the pink colors and the blue colors to make this purpley color, and it's not hitting me right, so I'm not sure what I'll do with that, but we'll figure it out. I really love working on leaves, though. I love doing all kinds of greens and finding those dark spots and really bringing them out. Let's see, what shall I work on? Hey, Celine. Oh my gosh, this is going to bug me now that I can't find that white pen. Oh well, I really ought to just let it go. As I wanted to demonstrate what I did with it. I suppose I can sort of do that up here. It's not that big of a deal in this area. I'll probably cover it over with black paint or something. Anyway, so I found a picture, a hidden picture, and down here in the white area, and I just colored over it. Ooh, I wonder if I can make a leaf. Edit this a little bit. Oh, I'm just getting crazy now. I may have to add this silver. I really liked what it just did on the page. Okay, let's get back to work. Let's go back to the pink. So I'm using pink. Imagine that. And process red. I just like how those worked well together. Let's go up here. Oh, okay. I'll do the leaves. I've got kind of three colors I'm using, just kind of depending on what I feel like at the time. Most of the time I'm using apple green and Prussian green. And I may throw in a little bit of Kelly green in there just for a punch. And the other thing I like to add in is some cream. And that kind of helps fill in the white areas I left. So the reflection is, or the, not reflection, what would you call that? The highlights aren't just stark white. So let's see. Let's work on, I hate to turn the page too much because I don't want to make y'all dizzy. Okay, I'll just turn it a little bit. I'll work on this one. What I do is pretty much what all of y'all probably do, but maybe I do it differently, I don't know. I think about where the light might be hitting, and I just kind of color around that. But I start with this lighter green, even though I'm probably gonna come back in with a darker green and cover that that area. I just sort of build up the color around that spot. So I kind of start down here. We're gonna say the light's hitting about here. And so there might be a little bit of a darker area in these pointy spaces. And then there's going to be a little bit of darker area here from the shadow of the leaf in front of it. And so that's kind of that's kind of how I start. And then on these leaves, other leaves I may do differently, I don't know. So then I come back in here with this darker green and kind of do, let me demonstrate real quick, just do that. Sometimes I'll do little circles, but I kind of like doing this on leaves because if I go a little too far, it just kind of looks like a vein in the leaf. Turning the page that's bothering me. Okay, great. So I find those points where you might find some shadow. Okay, kind of build up that color a little bit. And then go back to the lighter one. I'm usually a lot slower about this, but and I just keep going back and forth and adding more darker bits. And then at some point, I come back with the cream and kind of just skirt the edges of where the green hits that lighter area. And then I might go over it. All together, kind of blend those greens together a little bit. And I might go back with a little more of the dark green, because you know when you blend things out, sometimes you lose that dark. I love putting, I was saying this earlier today, I love putting those dark contrast colors in something. It starts to really bring out the shape. So that's one leaf. One leaf. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I really love this stag. It's like he's happy and joyous jumping through the forest. It really reminds me of something from Chronicles of Narnia. Oops. There we go. So this is turned down a little bit, and the highlight might just be on this. One bit of leaf, part of it. Obviously, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It just depends on what you want, what you're trying to do. Oh, my hand's actually really tired from coloring today, but I'm compelled, you know? I'm compelled. Yeah. Yeah, I like seeing the way other people do things, and think, well, maybe I'd like to try that way. See if it works for me. Prismacolors I pretty much can get, but the oil-based pencils that I've got recently, the Starjoy Golds, it's really different. I mean, I started working with them more today, actually. I started another picture from this series in the other book, and I mean, I knew it was layering. That's the big thing, is oil-based pencils are layering pencils, and you just keep layering and layering, and you've got, you know, you got to have a little more patience. And so that's just kind of what I've been doing and figuring out how they work. Because it really is different. Now, something else I found, I don't know if it's the paper or the pencils themselves, but they're easily erased. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. I kind of want to get this leaf a little darker. So I'm going to go hunt a darker green. How about dark green? Oh. I'm going to take that and put that in there on the edges too. And I think I'll put some on this one too. Kind of makes that leaf pop out. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's see what it'll do for some of these other ones. Now they're more in the light, so I'm not sure I want to do too much extra on that. But I may get some of these other leaves that are underneath things. I may just go ahead and put them in the solid color. Oh, they're kind of all over the place. I like how that's working there. I just love making the picture pop. Sorry, my dogs are about to bark, I think. See, this one, I suppose we could say this one is facing that way, facing the other way, and so the light's not really getting to that. We could kind of darken that one up. It doesn't really have any light spots on it. Or it might. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll put a little Posca on there. I tried the Uniball Signo white because I didn't have the Posca yet. And I don't know if it can be drawn over. I don't know if you can tell here, but I did draw over some with that particular leaf. Close up here, it doesn't look super great, but it kind of goes over it. I'm just darkening this leaf up altogether because it's really facing away. Come back in here with the dark green. Get it really pointy. That's pretty good. I like it. Yay. I like it, I like it. Oh, look at the little squirrel in there. Little squirrel. He could be a gray squirrel, or a brown squirrel, or a red squirrel. Oh, a red squirrel. I like the idea of a red squirrel. Puppies, stop that. I'm just going to stand a few more minutes. These things I'm using, my husband got at the grocery store, and they're just pencil grips, and it helps take some of that fatigue off my hands. So that's how that goes. Let's do this leaf down here. I tend to do the death grip when it comes to pencil holding. I took the page out of the book because you can do that, and it's easier to work with a single page than fight the bear of the book to get it to turn the right way, and it keeps running into stuff, and let's forget that. So yeah, disembarkation syndrome is a real thing. Look it up, y'all. It is a real thing. I did not know that it was a real thing until I looked it up. Till I try, self-diagnosis. What do I have? What's going on with this? And everybody said, well, it's just seasickness. You're still sick from being on the ship and all that. And I just looked up everything, and the more I looked up, and then the more I saw this was a real thing. And I went to a special ear doctor, and he kind of confirmed that that's what it was too. And he said, what do you think it is? And I said, well, I think it might be disembarkation. And he said, yeah, that's what you got. and there's no cure for it. It most of the time goes away after a while. It's different for everyone, and sometimes it'll come back. And it just something has. Sorry about that. Something has to trigger my inner ear or brain or whatever it is that's going on with it. Something has to trigger it. And lately, I've just been doing too much Amazon shopping, not buying anything, just contemplating and reading reviews and whatnot. And I've been looking at the computer a lot because, you know, I wanted to start the channel, and I'm watching other people's channels and their reviews of different books and colors and whatnot, and it just triggered it, and it was actually causing some anxiety, and I just had to tell myself, you know, it's a temporary thing, you know, it'll go away, and you know, if you feel queasy, just sit down or drink some water or something, you know, it's okay. Don't get panicky. So that's kind of how I'm dealing with it. I really should stay off the computer and the iPhone, but you know, we all have that addiction to color pencils. Oh, my dogs are saying hello to yours. Oh, your dog could hear my dogs. That's funny. Yeah, I usually have my earphones in, so my dogs can't hear anyone else's dogs, but in the past they have. It's real funny. If they hear a puppy on a TV show or something like that, my big dog, she really perks up her ears, and she loves puppies. If she was around a puppy, she's just sniffing, you know. Just really likes that puppy. Gosh, this little hair keeps following me around. What are you doing? Is my hair falling out now? I'm just tweaking. That's what I call it. I go, I think maybe I'll do the same thing over here on this leaf. See how it goes. Tell me about your dogs. What kind of dogs do you have? And what are their names? I'll tell you mine. We have Kinsey. She is probably 10. We're not sure. All of ours are rescues. And she's the sweetest dog in the world. She's about 35 pounds. And the next size is Kelly. And she's... Oh, I'm sorry. Kinsey's probably a Carolina dog mix. They're sort of like American dingoes. And I think I'll keep coloring. I'm really enjoying these leaves. It's very relaxing. Kelly looks like she might be a min pin mix. And we're not sure how old she is. She might be two years old. We just kind of said, well, she's 2 back in June when we adopted her. We just said she's just 2. And the next one is Robin, and we know she's 5. She looks like a Chihuahua Shiba Inu mix. If you look those two dogs up as a mix, you would see kind of a picture of Robin there. And she's 5. She is our tripod. And she lost her leg. This is a long story, but maybe I'll tell it sometime. She lost her leg last year, but she is doing great. She runs like she's got all 4 legs. I don't know how she does it, but I mean, I saw her doing it today. She was playing with her squeaky toy and running around the backyard, and I thought, how is she running like she has 4 legs? I don't get it. But, you know, it's sad to see sometimes, because she's such a sweet dog. Why did she have to lose her leg? But as far as quality of life goes, she is just fine. And then we got Penny. We call her our bonus dog because she was in the same cage with Kelly when we went to get Kelly, and we couldn't leave her behind. She was just too much, so we had to get her too. And they in fact didn't charge us for her because she's an older dog. Not really sure how old she is. We're guessing about 12, 14 years old. And we have 2 cats. Oh, Penny is a Chihuahua. I have a 10-year-old Shih Tzu Terrier named Lacey and a 3-year-old Chihuahua Terrier with an underbite named Chief. Aw, both are rescues. That's so cute. Chief is a good name. I like it. We had a terrier Chihuahua once. Very sweet dog. Ooh, my pencils are rolling over. I've got this cardboard thing from, I don't know, you know those little project cardboard trifold things? We happen to have one, and I said that would be great for my live streams, because you don't want to see this ugly table under it. Rescue dogs are awesome. I don't mind purebred dogs so much. If people having those, I mean, it's, you know, it's their business, not mine. I like the responsible breeders, and they're, you know, you've got to dig around to find them, but there are many out there, and you just, you know, I say try to find a rescue dog first, and then, you know, then do the other if you just can't find something. But I mean, there's no guarantee with a purebred either. Purebred puppy as opposed to a puppy from a rescue. But you know, if you have the general idea of what the breed is, then you can guesstimate what their personalities or their underlying way of being will be, and it's easier to select that way. But then dogs don't always follow their breed either, so it's really just you find the best fit for you, you know? That's about all you can do. I support 2 rescues in town where I live, and I support them when I can. Do a lot of reposting their stuff. I have a cousin-in-law who breeds Dobermans, and he's extremely responsible, and his part of his way of, well, I should have put that other thing on there. Part of his thought process is that he wants to improve the breed, and so he you know, he wouldn't breed like related dogs or anything. Tries to get a variety of DNA in there to improve the breed. But anyway, we didn't come here to talk about that, did we? Rescue dogs. Rescue dogs are awesome. Have you seen those shirts that say, my favorite breed is rescue? I think I need one of those. I like it. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to end the live stream since it was kind of not even planned. My hand's tired, and I mean, that's why you come to live streams, to see people coloring, right? I suppose I could use my right hand. I mean, my left hand. Anyway, what do y'all think? We really ought to get something going on Telegram, because over there you can have somebody has their camera on, and usually it's their phone camera. I guess sometimes it's their computer camera, and then other people are just talking. It's like being on a big phone call with a bunch of people. It would be great to hear actual voices. But that would be an undertaking. Everybody's used to doing it this way. Yep, it's 7:30 here. Thanks for coming by, Jennifer. Appreciate it. And whoever the other person, Renee,